Hello YouTube, hello gardeners. We are gonna look at how we're doing with sweet potatoes. The fact is, you have to grow these things. They are a fantastic crop. So we're sitting here on the Gulf Islands, Lasqueti Island. It's August 5th, and you can see where we're at here. I'm growing them in 3 separate ways to show you that it can be done, I think 4 ways. You must heat the soil. That's really the number one requirement. Get good quality starters and heat the soil that they grow in. So we get, without question, the Vessi's starters. The Vessi's cuttings are the way to go. If you're not familiar, go online, get a catalog, and check them out. If you get large numbers of starters, they give you quite a discounted rate. It's pretty easy to get 65-cent cuttings. They arrive mid-June. The best way, I think, is to plant them straight in the soil. You can soak them in water for a week to root them out a bit. You can put them in pots if you want, and then maybe plant them out the 1st of July or even a little later than that. But the fact is, the easiest way to handle them is simply dig out your bed. Should go into a decently fertilized bed. It doesn't have to have that much special in it though. Then you lay something over the top, or you put it in a big pot. So here's 3 methods to heat the soil so that you'll get good results. The results at this point, you can see they're just starting to vine out, and we are sitting here, I think it's August 4th or 5th today, and this is what you should be aiming for. By the end of the month, this will be completely encased in vines. Probably the 2 beds will be touching one another. They grow so vigorously, and then you can start eating the sweet potatoes sometime mid-September. So 3 ways to do it. This is the most complicated way. You need to get some IRT. This is not just your regular black or green plastic. It's IRT. It's a special thing. You can find it online. It heats the soil, and it prevents weeds from growing. So you can simply put that over, cut slashes, and throw the plants, throw in the stems, or if you put them in pots, throw in the plants. That's what I did here. Expect 10 or 20 or even 30% casualties, and water them well as soon as you put them in to begin with. But even at 30% casualties, believe me, the plants will grow in to cover everything. This is another way to do it. You can plant them in large potted containers, right? I filled it full of compost. I planted 3 plants in each pot, and the reason you grow them in pots is because it's warmer than if they're in the soil. The soil temperature is the key element, and in a pot with black sides, it's going to be warmer, and you can see how well they're growing. This is probably the lowest tech, the easiest way to grow. I had some old house wrap, 6 mil. Lay that on the bed. I layered on a couple inches of peat moss underneath that for weed suppression. Otherwise, the weeds are going to come up under there. So I think you do need that, or a couple inches of compost, something to suppress the weeds. You got to cut 5-inch holes. In the IRT, a slash is fine, but this is fairly heavy plastic and very hot because it's clear. Cut a 5-inch hole, like that. Each one has a hole like that. You can water through the hole, and in they go. And you can see they're all doing well. So I think whichever way you do it, it's going to work out fine. If you use the plastic methods, you got to water under the plastic. A little bit of a hassle, not too bad. But I'll film this later in mid-September, and you can see the yields. I expect out of planting like this, all this combined, 600 or 800 pounds of sweet potatoes. Very good quality, orange ripe. They're something you really have to grow. They're really fun. Good luck. I hope it works for you too.